it is. It's your girl, Pretty P, and this is the Potluck Podcast. I'm here with
your boy D West, and I just made that shot.
If you guys are stuck at home like we are due to the coronavirus and stuff, I'm sure y'all have a whole bunch of ingredients at home that y'all don't know what to do with. But we're gonna show y'all some simple ways to make some good food, and we're gonna start with pizza.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, you made our own sauce too?
Yeah, with homemade sauce, and we're gonna show y'all actually how to make some dough. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, and we're gonna get to the pizza. Okay, you guys, so we're gonna start with a teaspoon of salt. It can be like a little sprinkle. And we don't have our tablespoon measure, but we're gonna do a tablespoon. It's gonna actually be of bread flour, as you can see. You want that bread flour because you're creating a crust, so you want to rise accordingly. Then you want to get your active dry yeast. Make sure it's active dry yeast so as well it can rise accordingly to the occasion. Then you got a 1/4 cup of water. Bloop. Then it's time to whip it up. Mix all your ingredients together. Okay, so now it's time to add the tablespoon of olive oil. You're gonna measure it and go ahead and put it in your mixture and whip it up some more, of course. Bam. After we whip it, we're gonna let it sit 10 minutes so the yeast can activate. After 10 minutes, we start with a teaspoon of salt. So go ahead and put in the mixture. Teaspoon of olive oil, of course. Then after that, we're gonna add a little water. 2/4 cups is what we're actually doing right there. Gotta make with do, and then a 1/2 cup of bread flour. Add that so it can be a little thick when you start mixing. And you know what time it is. It's time to mix it up. While you're making this pizza, you want to make sure it's a team effort. You also want somebody to be adding a 1/2 cup of flour as needed. It's kind of plumping up your dough. You want to add another 1/4 cup of water, just in case it's too dry. And then at the end, add a little olive oil. Now, rule of thumb for the dough, if it sticks to the mixer, you have a perfect dough. Now, if it's a little soggy like this one, you might need to add a little bit more flour. On to my least favorite part of making pizza, kneading the dough. Of course, D.W.S. is doing this part. You need big hands so you can mold the dough in a good way. You see that we're going to go ahead and add some of that flour. But like I said, we need hands that are big so we can mold the dough into a big circle so it can rise all pretty like we see on the movies. When you're done kneading the dough, you're going to go ahead and coat a bowl with olive oil to put your dough in. When we're done, we put the dough in the bowl and leave it slightly covered for 30 minutes so it can rise. So after 30 minutes, this is what it should look like. Ooh, nice. So we're actually going to clean the counter off and put some bread flour on there, pull out our dough, and get to rolling it out. Some people like to use a rolling pin, but if you want to kind of control how your dough is proportioning itself, I say use your hands. Now, I'd like to take this moment out to say, since the coronavirus is going on, and even in regular life, I hope you guys are washing your hands. Me and D-West literally washed our hands 7 times while doing this pizza. Believe it or not, pizza gets dirty, you guys. But back to the pizza, you're actually gonna flip it a few times to stretch it out. Then use your fingers to go in a circular motion to create that pan kind of circle. And D-West is actually grabbing the pan now to prep it for us so we can put this dough on a pan and make our crust. So me and D-West have learned to actually coat the pan just to give the whole pizza a flavorful taste when you bite down into it. Trust me, perfecting your crust is trial and error, guys, with flavor. So don't be scared to try new things. So we're going to go ahead and put our pizza on the pan. And we want it to be a little bigger than the pan so we can actually roll a nice little, little thick piece of crust on our pizza. You know what every good pizza crust needs? Garlic butter. So you're going to coat your crust with garlic butter because you want your pizza to taste just like Domino's, okay? Now it's time to roll your crust. You want to make sure you're rolling it tight and close together, kind of twisting it a little bit as you go. At the end, you also want to make sure that your crust is sealed down. So you want to make sure you're kind of pressing down the ends of the rolls of the crust so they'll stay down like so. Next, we're going to add some more garlic butter. We're going to coat the dough with the garlic butter so it can taste good on every bite. Now it's time for the sauce. We actually did a homemade sauce that we won't be disclosing with you guys. These are the toppings we chose. We're a carnivorous family, but if you like other toppings, I say go for it. Then the cheeses, of course, mozzarella and sharp cheddar cheese for that extra cheesy taste. Now this part's pretty self-explanatory, guys. We're just spreading the tomato sauce around the pizza like so, to make sure it's coated with tomato sauce. You don't want a more cheesy than saucy pizza. It's not all that great. Some people do, but now it's time to get cheesy. We're gonna go ahead and add some mozzarella to the pizza and coat it. You want to make sure you're sprinkling a lot of mozzarella. You don't really want to see hardly any red when you're finished. When your pizza is almost entirely coated, that's when you add the shredded cheese. You want to kind of accent the pizza with the yellow of the cheese, and then go ahead and start adding those toppings. Like I said, me and D West are carnivores, so we coat our pizza with toppings to where you can hardly see the cheese. It makes for a good pizza, especially when you cut it into slices. Now you're going to drizzle your pizza with garlic butter and coat the crust one more time. You can add crushed red pepper for a little kick. Now we're going to put the pizza in the oven on 425 degrees for 15 minutes. Get the pizza. Ooh, hold up. For tuning into this segment with us. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if you like our pizza. Give us some comments, suggestions on what we could make. Yeah, it looks really good. So we will see you guys next time. And y'all enjoy your quarantine. quarantine. Have fun with your loved ones while y'all are stuck in the house. Do things that y'all ain't never did before. Home economics is a core curriculum in school. So, if the kids are at home, you could definitely do this. You guys, let us know if y'all want to see more of this. Thank y'all for tuning in.